The Executive Clemency Board meeting is now called to order. I want to welcome everyone here today. Thank you for being here. I would like to ask Chaplain Alex Taylor of the Department of Corrections to lead us in the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. I thought I would begin by kind of putting us in the right posture. A fundamental value in our country is that all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. When people break the law, they take something from our society. And as we say, they owe a debt to society. The law responds by taking something from them, their rights, to repay that debt. We view their punishment as the way to repay the debt. That debt can be paid, just like any debt, by serving jail or prison time, by finishing their probation, by paying restitution to victims. Once their debt to society has been paid, they should have the opportunity, except when the most heinous of crimes have been committed, to re-enter our society with the same rights they had before they broke the law. We should exclude the most heinous crimes, murder and sexual offenses. Also those who have been declared habitually violent felony offenders, violent career criminals, or sexual predators. Under these rules, the rights being restored are voting rights, the right to serve on a jury, the right to hold public office, the right to apply for occupational licenses. If a person is working, he or she is less likely to commit a crime. Only a few states do not restore civil rights. They are Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Kentucky, and our Florida. Like Florida, many southern states struggled through the Jim Crow era, resisted calls to change laws, continued to deny the restoration of civil rights. Since then, most states have realized the historical underpinning for not repealing these unjust, unfair laws. It is time for Florida to make the same realization and leave the ranks of this offensive minority. Justice delayed is justice denied. And people are waiting. People like Lisa Buford. I met her at our Citizens Hours in Lake Worth. She has 4 children, and she would like to become a productive citizen. Some have argued that restoration of civil rights is somehow weak on crime. For more than a decade, I have worked to ensure that criminals are held accountable for their actions, with very strict sentencing, with chain gangs even. We passed the anti-murder bill, Stop Turning Out Prisoners Act, requiring 85% of This is not about punishment, but this is about fundamental fairness. If we believe that when people serve their sentence, pay restitution to the victim, finish their probation, in fact they have paid their debt to society, then we must provide a system that allows for these people to become productive members of that society. As Abraham Lincoln said during his second inaugural address, that we should serve with malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us the right, gives us to see the right. Let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations. He said this in the final days of our Civil War, reminding elected representatives how they should govern, that their goal was to heal our nation, to bind our wounds. In many ways, our nation still is healing from those wounds. Laws that prevent restoration of civil rights are evidence of that harsh truth. a fundamental belief of both Passover and Easter. The debt for a person's wrongs can be paid in full. People can be forgiven by their Creator. The Creator endows them with these certain inalienable rights. We should do no less. Restoring civil rights is the right thing to do. At this time, I would call on Rob Wheeler, our Assistant General Counsel, to provide an explanation of the proposed changes today.